Here's the room I'm in with the little window, and there are the boys. Hi.
Hi.
Hey friends and family, we're finally back doing a video on YouTube. Yes, it's not our typical videos. It's me just doing a little talk here just to kind of give you an update on what's been going on. We have done some TikTok videos, but I'm gonna try to start doing more YouTube again. It's just hard because you have to do a lot of editing, like more time goes into it. And a lot has been going on in our lives. Actually, right now I'm stuck in our basement guest room because I have COVID. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. I ended up going to Mayo Clinic in the summertime. Not a whole lot of information there, just it was confirmed that I do have autoimmune hemolytic anemia. The weird part of it is that I kind of like do wax and wane with my blood work. Sometimes it looks good and stable, and sometimes it's showing that I'm hemolyzing. But luckily it has not been as bad as it was before. Just some numbers will be off, like my LDH and heptoglobulin, and some other indicators that show that you're hemolyzing, but my red blood cell count will stay pretty stable. It doesn't get really low where I need a blood transfusion. But unfortunately, it's like I can feel it in my body. I just feel really crummy, almost like I'm sick. It's hard to work out. And I'm like, man, I bet something's going on. I go get my blood work, and sure enough, it shows something's going on. But luckily I'm doing well with that. It's been stable. I'm trying to think with my joints and knees and all of that. I'm on hydroxychloroquine. They use that for lupus and other autoimmune things. So I've been taking that for, geez, not quite a year, but almost now. So I am not really sure if it's making a big difference. My knees still hurt, all of that, but maybe I don't go through the flares like I was before, where my knees were really swelling up out of nowhere and red and, you know, that type of thing. Skin rashes are a little bit better too. So maybe that is helping with that. What else? Wesley, I guess with the COVID, Wesley was exposed at school. He is in kindergarten now. This is actually his second time being exposed. He was exposed the first week of school. We had to quarantine him for 10 days since the beginning of symptoms for that person who tested positive for COVID. So we just kept him in his room. We masked up, and he masked himself when in his room when we would go in. And then obviously when we're not in there, he would take his mask off, and just we kept him really busy. We gave him toys to play with. He also had to do schoolwork, so I feel like the 10 days for him went by pretty quickly. But then unfortunately he was exposed again at school, but this time it was a lot worse. He was exposed right before Halloween. I think it was the 28th of October that I got the phone call that I needed to come get him from school, but it was actually like around 3:20 that I got the call, and they get out of school 3:45. And I was there for my youngest son Jonah's Halloween little parade that they had outside. So I was already at school. I was told he was exposed, so I just went in and grabbed him quick. And once everything was done at school, we took the boys home. We put Wes in his room. I actually went and got him tested that day just to make sure, because they backdated him being exposed on the 26th. It was already a couple days later since he had been exposed. That test was negative on the 28th. Then we were told if he had a negative test on the 31st, so Halloween, so 31st October, he could come back to school on Monday, which was the 2nd of, no, it was actually the 1st of November. So he had a negative test. We're like, great, he's gonna be able to go back to school on Monday. We had him out of his room all day on Halloween. We just went to a few neighbors' homes for trick-or-treating, came home, did our usual, you know, we ordered, I'm trying to think if we ordered pizza or I made chili, like we all ate together. And then the next day we get an email and I think a phone call that someone had tested positive on Halloween. And so they backdated that child's symptoms to the 28th, which was the day I picked Wesley up from school. So we kept Wesley in his room and we were testing him about every other day. And I think it was on Halloween or on the 1st of November, he was acting a little bit like whinier to me, like towards the end of the evening. I thought, oh, it's just been, you know, it's Halloween, it's just been long days, he's just been having a lot of fun. I took his temperature and sure enough he had a temp. So I ended up taking him in on the 2nd. He was tested and it came back positive. So Chet and I still treated him the same way as we did when we didn't know if he had it. You know, we kept masks on, we brought his food into his room. I tried to spend like 10 minutes or less in his room, and I felt so bad because it's like I want to sit down and play trains with him and just talk with him, but I also didn't want to get sick. And then on the 8th of November, I went to bed and my throat was hurting a little bit, but it wasn't the typical sore throat. It was almost like I thought maybe my throat was dry or I ate something funny and it just kind of irritated my throat. So, excuse me. So I went to bed just kind of swallowing and thinking, man, this is kind of weird. Didn't think much of it. And then in the middle of the night, my nostril, one side was really plugged up. The other side was fine, but I don't know if this happens to anyone else, but if you have your windows open, sometimes I get like kind of congested just from whatever's going on outside and it's coming and blowing through my window. So I thought it was that when I woke up, but I also was really achy and my lymph nodes were really swollen in my neck and I just did not feel well. And so it was a day that we were planning on getting the kids tested again, because since we were going every other day. And I had Gabriel, my oldest, and Jonah in the car. And while we were driving, I was like, you know what, Gabe, put your mask on. I'm putting mine on. I'm not feeling well. I would just want to make sure, you know, we're being safe since we're in this enclosed car in our van. And so I was tested, and honestly, while the lady was like doing my nostrils, I was sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, I hope she really is protected and protecting other people and changing her gloves, because I really think this is gonna come up positive for COVID. It was just like my gut feeling, and it was like a scary feeling. And so I came home and I just still was not feeling well, almost worse, like as the day was progressing. And so I told my husband Chet, I was like, I'm gonna go to urgent care. They can do a rapid test there. Then we really know if this is something we need to worry about or not. Because if it's nothing and it's just a cold or a weird allergy thing going on, then I can obviously clean and cook and do my normal daily activities. And so I went to urgent care. I explained my symptoms to the doctor there, and she even was not super convinced. But I think it's just because I had been through so much just crap this last like almost 2 years that the way I was feeling was like, I can do this, you know, I can handle this type of thing. Even though I felt so crappy, because I've had the flu before, like influenza flu, and you feel like crap then. This was worse. But I don't know, it's almost like you're in denial or something. And so when I was there, I just explained my symptoms. She tested me and she was like, you know, if it does come up positive, you are a candidate for the monoclonal antibodies. But you know, I think you're probably going to be fine, but I'll call you with the results. So not even probably an hour, maybe it was about an hour later, I actually got a notification on my phone saying that I was positive. And then shortly after, she called me and she really apologized, and then set me up for the monoclonal antibodies at the infusion. And so I ended up getting that the following day. And I didn't feel better right away, and I don't know how fast this was to help. My physician said that some people feel an immediate response from it. I did not. I left there actually feeling worse than when I went in. Just more congested. I definitely could not taste or smell anything when I got home. Like, my symptoms were getting worse. And then the following day, they were still bad. It wasn't until, what is today? I don't have my watch on. I think it's today's the 13th maybe? 9th, 10th, 11th. No, I guess my watch is right here. Today's the 13th, so 4 days. It took 3 days for me to really like feel a difference. I'm not really congested now, but my symptoms kind of wax and wane. I'm so achy, and like the first couple days I could barely walk. Like, my back hurt so much, and I thought it was the guest bed I was laying in. And so I ended up ordering like a mattress topper memory foam, like 4-inch memory foam from Walmart to get delivered to us that day. Because I didn't even want to wait for Amazon or any other place to deliver. I'm like, we have to get something today. I can't sleep at night. I hurt so bad. And so we put that on. I kept telling Chet, I don't feel a difference. Like, I feel like this memory foam, we need to return it. It's not working. Like, I still feel miserable. But now I think it was just COVID making me feel so horrible and just horrible body aches. I still feel pretty sore. It is helping, but this cushion, and maybe I am improving, but I still, like, sitting in bed is just kind of uncomfortable, but I can't really do a whole lot anyway. I'm stuck in just this like bedroom downstairs, because outside of this room is our basement, which is the kids' big playroom. So I obviously don't want to go in there and touch all their toys. And I didn't want to sleep in our main room, like my and Chet's bedroom, the master bedroom, because I didn't want to go into the master bathroom. I wanted to go in the same bathroom that Wesley was using, like the boys' bathroom, because we weren't letting anyone else use that except Wesley. So now obviously I could use that bathroom. And then just being upstairs, that's where Gabe and Jonah were sleeping, and I would have to, like, you know, there was just more stuff to be around. But me being in the basement bedroom, there's like nothing. I'm just here alone. It's almost like I'm in a hospital suite or something, or in a hotel room. I guess that's how I should put it, a hotel room. So I am getting pretty good service from Chet. Thank you, Chet, bringing me food. Our neighbors have been cooking for us and bringing us food, so that's just been awesome. Yeah, I'm just really tired and fatigued, and I take naps. I have to. I'm just so tired. It's like I'm starting to fall asleep without even realizing it. Tired. I have gotten up to take a shower, just only a few, like twice now, and that's exhausting, and I'm out of breath really easily. So, but I don't have a cough. I just am out of breath. But if you can hear the boys now running around upstairs, today is Wesley's first day out of isolation. So he started quarantine the 28th and didn't get out until today. That's a very long time, because that whole time he had been exposed to someone that had COVID. So, yeah, it's just been crazy, but I'm so happy Wesley can go play with his brothers. I can't even imagine being 5 years old and being stuck in your room for this long. I mean, I'm having a hard time doing it. I'm trying to find things to do and things to watch online, but there's only so much you can watch and so much my brain can take looking at a computer and like online. Sorry, this video is way longer than I wanted to do, but that is the update. I'm gonna have to go because my head is hurting more, especially with the lights on, and I just need to lay down, and I think our really good friend is coming to bring us some food. So yeah, I just want to do a quick update. This is what's been going on. I'm gonna try to do some more videos probably once I get out of quarantine here, isolation. So that will be in 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 6 more days in here. So, yep, that's what's going on. So, I guess just subscribe if you want to know what's going on in our lives and see a good family vlog. And give us a thumbs up if you want to continue seeing videos. So, talk to you guys later. Peace. Here's the room I'm in with the little window, and there are the boys. Hi. Hi. Hi, my baby.